All right, welcome into Prize Picks on 5 here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Skolnick here in the event level of FTX Arena before the Miami Heat play the Boston Celtics in Game 5 with the series tied at 2. Some of the details tonight is expected that Robert Williams will play. We're waiting on Marcus Smart, although the lean there is that he plays as well. Jimmy Butler is playing. Tyler Hero is more questionable. As I reported earlier today, he may need a shot before he plays tonight, and we'll see if he can withstand the pain with his groin injury. So we're going to get to the Heat picks and the Celtics picks. We got David Ebersol up top. We've got Mr. Friedman, David Friedman, talking about sports in the middle. Make sure you're using that code 5, F-I-V-E. Get your initial deposit matched up to $100. You don't have to play $100 all at once, but they'll give you more money if you put down $100 at the beginning. So you can also put down $20 if you just want to match the 20. You can put down $100 and just play the 20. So do whatever you like to do. Use that code 5, though, F-I-V-E. All right, let's get to it. Ebersol, let's go around with the Heat picks first. Then we'll swing around and snake around with the Celtics picks. Go ahead.
Yeah, on the Heat side, I mean, Jimmy and Bam have been so volatile. It's either going to be like feast or famine with those guys, it seems like. So with Lowry getting a little bit more healthy, one of the few guys that might be actually on the upswing in terms of health in the Heat backcourt, I'm going to take Kyle over 4.5 assists. I mean, he averages 7.5 per game during the season and 6.5 versus Boston during the regular season. So I think it's a good buy low opportunity with Lowry with 4.5 assists. If one of Bam or Jimmy is scoring, I think he'll be on the other end of a lot of those plays. So I'm going to take Kyle over 4.5.
Yeah, that looks good if some Heat player can actually make a shot. Friedman, what do you got?
I just want to say, you didn't tell anyone I got credentialed finally, but,
Very official.
I went with Lowry, actually, assist last game, so I do like that. I think, like you said, they'll make some shots. The Tyler thing, I went Depot over 2 assists. I think even if Tyler plays, he's limited. And they have the ball in Depot's hands to make plays, right? So he had, 6 or 7 assists last game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like 6.
So I think 2 is an easy number for him. A lot of the ones that I saw going up and down for him were lower minute games, so I think he'll be all right there.
I was looking at Jimmy with a bounce back game, but I just don't know what to do with his health. His points are at 23.5. I'm going to go Kyle Lowry also, but I'm going to go with scoring. Look, if Kyle can't get 10 points, what are we doing here, right? They don't have Hero potentially. Butler is gimpy. It's time for Kyle to step it up. I mean, this is the real season, right? His point total is at 10. This is a guy who's averaged 18 points a game in the playoffs over the course of his career. And I look at it. He's been under it, obviously, but dealing with a hamstring, so that's played into it. But I'm going to go with Lowry over 10 points. I'm going to swing over to the Boston side now. I like Jaylen Brown's overall game tonight. It seems like Jaylen is kind of up, down, depending on the night. So I'm going to go with his points, rebounds, and assists tonight. You see there, he's been over 3 of the last 5 times. So I'm going to say he goes over again tonight. Again, we still don't really know what Smart's health is going to be. Ball will be in Jalen's hands a little bit more. Maybe a couple more assists, a couple more rebounds, and he'll be able to get over that number. Friedman, on the Celtics side?
Same thing, and they have turnovers on the board too, so he might be a couple more turnovers there.
Yeah.
I was on Jaylen Brown the beginning of this series of points. I like you there. I like the rebounds. I'm at 6.5 over rebounds. So to me, I think the overall game is there too, and I think you can't go wrong with him, really.
I mean, 5 straight. It looks pretty good to me. Ebersol, who do you like on that side?
Yeah, I think if Smart plays, he'll have an impact. He's been pretty good against the Heat in the 2 games. I think he's averaging about 16 points a game versus the Heat in the games he has played. So I'm going to take Marcus Smart over 12.5 points, obviously, contingent on him being out there and getting a full run. But I think that's a pretty friendly number. And Bam actually crept up. He was at 13.5 points. He's now up to 14.5 for Bam.
That makes me nervous because Robert Williams is likely playing. I don't know. You see the one green shoot there. That's the game that Robert Williams didn't play. I don't know. I think you said at the very beginning, David. With Jimmy and Bam, it's just volatile right now. Bam because of aggressiveness and Robert Williams, and Jimmy because of health. So I don't know. I feel like the plays we've made on Lowry and on Jaylen may be the ways to go tonight, but we'll see. Make sure you're using the code 5. FIVE, get your initial deposit matched. We're going to do another one of these before Game 6. We'll see where the series is at that point. And obviously, we'll probably do something maybe tomorrow prior to Dallas and Golden State. Use the code 5. Have a good night, everybody.